Righto. Well, this episode of Fucking About in the Shed with Matt has no wood, no epoxy, no metal, but does involve a pond and some rocks. So hang about and see how I went about making a little water feature for my medium-sized garden pond. Right, first thing I do is I find myself a rock from my stash of rocks, which I got for free, except for the delivery, which I had to pay for. Trundle off to the shed with my little trolley, get there and realise that I can't pick it up and put it up there, so now I'm working on the ground. Get out the grinder to cut a little flat spot. Part of the plan is I kind of want it to dribble out the front rather than, just run across the top or whatever. This takes a bit of time and a bit of mucking around, and I go in as close as I can based on the collet on the cutting wheel that I'm using. It's pretty dusty, but there's plenty of wind. Wear a mask, keep yourself away from that stuff. There we go. Pretty much as good as it gets with the gear that I've got for cutting that little slot. Next, drilling a hole. I get about 5-6 seconds in, and then I realise that that drill doesn't have a hammer feature. So I wander away, come back with the Ryobi. This thing is nearly worn out, but still has a red hot crack. What we've got here is a slow cut, but it works more or less. Blow the dust out. That was kind of fun. Then we cut some copper pipe. I'm going to use this to join the anti-kink hose that I've got that's running on a solar powered pond pump. A couple bits. First bit goes into this plastic fitting which come with the pump. This will allow me to join the flexi pipe on the next end. File off a couple burrs from the previous cut. The windy thing used to cut this time doesn't leave that burr. Here we go, putting the flexi hose on. There we go. All snug as a bug. And there you see how the anti-kink works. Tidy up the underside where the plastic fitting is to go in that hole, just so there's some clearance for the thicker component. A little bit more dust, but all good. And test fit to make sure it works, and there she goes, nice and tight, no issues. Right, off to the site. Then I get around to here and I realise it's not going to fit, so there's me from the other side putting it into place, getting a little help from the puppy, fitting the hose in the hole. Not as dirty as it looks. There we go. Put the other bit of copper into the other end of the flex hose, turn the pump off, plug it all back in together. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Chuck it in the water. And get the air out of the new pipe. And then we splut it alive, just like that. And here we go. Looks okay, but it's sort of feeding out a bit weird. And that's because where I put the hole a little bit off center on the slot that I cut. So, and you can see here, there's the tip, and then we roll around and you can't see it. So I thought I'd be smart and break it. Not exactly what I wanted, but a bit of a tidy up. And then what we'll see here is it actually feeds okay. And then after a top up, the pond is a much better depth, and you can see here, nice little fountain.